Hey, I've been getting some questions on stream to give my thoughts on the disbanding of the guild Bricked. I wasn't going to make a video on this subject. Actually, what I wanted to do was make an entire history video. A really long, deep dive, nitty gritty, all the different characters of the guild Phase 7, which, in case you're unaware, I used to be an officer in, and a schism in the guild is what formed Bricked. So that's my relation with the guild Bricked. I'll give you the Coles Notes history from my perspective of the guild Bricked, as well as my opinion on what's happened so far on Fresh. So here so far is our AQ40 speed run records on Fresh. Five Sunders Please and Eternal are tied for their 25-11 runs. And if we scroll all the way down, so far down that our finger starts to cramp, at 27 we find Bricked. So far down, irrelevant. Now, that's just a split run, right? That wasn't their A team all put together to do the best that they could do, but they didn't even put forth that effort. This is a message that 19 posted in the Discord. I made this guild to put the bullshit aside and roster the best players. I rostered players that I did not like, and many players that did not like each other played together. We did this, we got some records, blah, 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 blah. And then they said that a clique formed inside the guild, which is kind of ironic because you could say that a clique formed inside Phase 7, which is what formed Bricked. Anyways, so let's rewind a little bit here and see where Bricked started. Let's see where it all went wrong. Here is Phase 7, and on June 11th, 2024, we did a 47-minute Nax, which is pretty darn decent, but, we had sights on a better run, and it just was not happening. Run after run after run after run was Bricked, and so some people G-quit, and slowly, more and more people in Phase 7 went over to Bricked. And basically, the people who got the world record was a lot of Phase 7 people. So this was our 47-minute run here. We have some DPS who died. It wasn't far from perfect. And, I'm only doing okay damage. I'm an okay player. We have Kazakh, probably one of the best warriors in the guild. In the world, farming everyone. And then we have the Bricked run here where it's just all Phase 7 people, honestly. Kazakh from Phase 7, Chemistry was in Phase 7 and quit and refused to go back to Phase 7 in our runs. Inwilled, who was in Phase 7 the entire time, but never once raided in Phase 7. See, Phase 7 has a history of orbiters. I think Kim's was raiding in Phase 7 for a little bit, did a couple runs. This is Al. He did a couple runs in Phase 7, but again, a lot of orbiters. So basically, pretty much everyone on this roster, except for a handful of people, was Phase 7, basically. So it was kind of ironic. Again, that's just my opinion. Phase 7 or X Phase 7. But anyways, here we are with Bricked in Fresh. And they went from being number 1 in the world. And they got the number 1 Molten Core progress, right? This is December 10th. And I think on December 9th, they were the first guild in the world to clear Molten Core on Fresh. And then they log into Era and they knocked out this record. And they're like, yeah, we're on a roll. We're the best ever. But at the end of the day, here, they got beat, but only by a couple seconds. This around this time is where some of the debacle happened with the they were splicing logs together to try. They had a clever technique to split the raid, but they couldn't get the logs properly, so they spliced them, and a lot of them got banned. Personal characters banned from Warcraft logs. And then you have Blackwing Lair, where now instead of being 2 seconds off, they're an entire minute off. And that's in a speed run, that's pretty irrelevant. 1 minute off, they might as well have been, down here in 8th, 9th, 10th place, right? And then finally in AQ40, just not even relevant anymore. When you bring all the best players into the raid, you're gonna have issues, you see, because all of these best players in the world, they have egos. If you take the #1 DPS warrior from this guild and from this guild and from this guild and from this guild, and you put all the best all together, are they all going to work together? No, because there's going to be this pecking order. Oh, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. And it sounds like there was, based on some of the posts I read, there was sort of people making mistakes, people being greedy, making greedy plays that would get them or other people killed, trying to get that #1 DPS spot. And at the end of the day, that's not what speedrunning is about, right? Speedrunning is not about getting this parse. Speedrunning is about finishing the raid the fastest. That might mean you doing something that'll decrease your damage, but in the end, make the run go faster. So, yeah. I'm an outsider, right? I played with a lot of the people who are in Bricked prior to them being in Bricked, but yeah, good players just playing for the wrong reasons. They're playing to, at least in my opinion, right? They're playing to sort of, I don't know, prove some sort of point. So if that's fun for you, that's good. But I think that when your only reason that you play the game is to be #1, and now you're not #1, then now you're not going to play the game, or you're gonna leave the guild. Grassy, for example, he was in Bricked, and then for whatever reason he left, joined Eternal, and now he's growing up, and now he quit the game to pursue life goals because he was a young lad. But yeah, some other Bricked people have, I believe, gone to Eternal. If I click on Eternal here, Cobario, right, he was in Bricked. So some of these people, like Broxy, right? Broxy was in Bricked in phase 1, right? He was in their Molten Core, right? So some of these players who were in Bricked are now in Eternal. So it's always this people just trying to get into the best guild to relive their, I don't know, their dreams or whatever. Be #1 in a really old game. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a sub and a comment. Catch me live on my Twitch channel, Dwarflord TV, to connect with me or say hi to me in game on any of my characters. Dwarflord out.
And they say that the Dwarf Lord could save us. I'm not gonna pave here and wait. I'll hold on to the beard of the Dwarf Lord. Watch as we heroic leap away.